little play at school.
Mm-hmm.
And me and her friend came outside to see how much money we had made that night. And me and her friend said, I look like Mo in the funny paper.
Mo in the funny paper?
That's where I got that name. We came to New York and we hitchhiked to New York. When I was age was 10, 11, and 12, I believe. But we were singing, honey. Hitchhike.
You used to hitchhike when you were 12?
Yeah, we caught a banana truck out of Jacksonville, Florida to South Hill, Virginia. And we had a lot of bananas.
Your parents let y'all?
Huh? No, we grew up in that.
Your parents were letting y'all hitchhike?
Honey, well, my dad was big time preacher, you know. He didn't care what we did. They built a little house on the back of the house. They called it the Devil's Den. That's where we stayed.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. We had a contract here in New York for Nat Nazaro down on Broadway.
And what would you do, sing?
Mm-hmm. And they found out our age. In that age, you couldn't be on the stage, but now they got babies on stage. We sing at the Apollo Theater, at the Strand, and at the Capitol. And then we went up in Poughkeepsie and sang for some Jews up there. And we had for dinner that night, all of us had a half a duck. Then he built a church in Sanford, Miami, Clearwater, and his headquarters was Albany, Georgia. Used to have them big feasts up there, boy, and line all them tables up there with the food and everything.
So did y'all travel with him when he preached?
We used to go up there, you know.
Acting bad?
Yeah. He was a big time preacher. He used to heal people, honey. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I probably wouldn't believe it either. People that couldn't see, couldn't talk, couldn't walk. Once the fella had one leg was shorter than the other one, and he laid his hand on him, and that leg stretched right out even with the other leg. Honey, he sent us across the lake to get the boat to bring it back on this side so he could fish the next morning. We decided we were going to stay out there and swim a little bit. We got home about a half hour late. That's the only time in my life that I know that my daddy whooped me. My mama used to beat our ass every day. Had a peach tree right out in front of the door. Bring me a switch. Then once she used to jar jelly and put wax on the top of it to keep it from spoiling.
Put wax on the top of?
Yeah, on top of the jar jelly. So we used to go in there and lift that wax up and get us a little bit. She called us. She tied a rope around three chairs, huh?
A rope?
A rope. You know a rope what you tie stuff with?
Yes.
Tied it around three chairs and made us whip each other.
That's terrible.
We didn't do it no more, I bet you. And you better act like it was hurting you or something or other, but she'd get on your can and beat it again. And we couldn't get no ride back home that night. Them big billboards on the highway. Got us some moss and put down there and slept till the next morning.
On a
under the billboard. Got us some moss out of the tree.
Moss.
Moss.
That also sounds dangerous.
Not then, honey. And then we couldn't find some one night, and we went to the police station. Police put us up for the night, and when we get off in the morning, he let us out. It cost $1.98 a pair. She had to get them on time because she didn't have the money to pay for it. Hot sand. And them sand squirrels out there. You have to run in that hot sand and that clay and see a little shady bush over there, go and let your feet cool off a little bit. We did that. And when your shoes got a hole in the bottom, you put pasteboard in the bottom of them. Cook me some gopher and grits, gopher and rice every time I go to Florida.
Gopher?
You don't know, honey. Take that shell and crack it up and take that meat out of there and kick the skin off it and fry it and make you some gravy and put that rice in there, honey. Oh, that was the best thing ever. I tell you, every time I went to Florida, she made me some. It wasn't easy, honey. But I'm so glad my daddy put me out when I was 16 and made a man out of me. And out of 22, I'm the only one that's still here. I used to have a little girl running behind me in school. Me was in the 12th, I was in the 10th, and she was talking to some little boy out, on the road one day. And I popped her, and honey, she lit into me. From that day to this day, I never put my hand on her. She was 18, she was in the 12th grade. I was in the 10th. She was finishing high school. She was the valedictorian of her class. But the principal found out she was pregnant. He said if she was pregnant, she couldn't be the val. Put on that tight girdle. You never know it. She finished the val of her class, left there, and went up to Stark, Florida to her uncle. 2 months after she was up there. She had the baby. Miss Miller went and got the baby. She was born in Stark, Florida. Miss Miller went up to Stark and got the baby. Man left from Stark and went to Tallahassee school. So that was the biggest thing around there because all the boys were going off to service. And I got deferred because I went to Camp Blanding. And they told me I didn't have to go there. And when I came up here, I was supposed to go. I went down to Whitehall, got a letter, and I went down there to see, what was going on about me going into service. They said, you got here just in time. Here's your envelope on the table right here for them to send for me to go into the service. But they didn't know I had a kid.
Aunt Tree saved you.
That's right. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been. And I always figured if I had gone to the service, I'd have been the one that got killed. It was too much of a mama said. I got on out there in shining shoes. Frankie paid the most for it. We wanted maybe $600-700 a year at that time.
That's how much you paid for college?
Mm-hmm.
And you went to be a tailor.
Well, yeah. And I had an English teacher who I loved, and he was setting me. Coach Matthews. Coach Matthews, he come in every morning, English class, come up with one of his poems.
Hi, Tree. Fine. I told him I was tired, but we both talk too much.
She talked too much. I was in the special choir there.
You sang?
Yeah. And then I was going to play football because we didn't have no football team. We had a basketball team at home. I was going to play football when we went to college. And it was out there practicing. And I went out to see what it was like. And Coach Matthews, he had two big fellas. And this little fella trying to go through him, and his eyes all bloodshot and his face all skin up. I turned right around, went back in the dormitory. I ain't thought about it no more. Bethune.
She can't be
Her
at college.
That's her college. Miriam McLeod
So
Bethune.
you got to meet her.
Oh, yeah. And I washed dishes, showed her the cook, sewing machine operator. Then I went to Curtis Wright, Illinois to make an airplane motor. Then we moved to Jersey. Not moved, but the place I was working on moved to Jersey. I moved it. Used to drive to Jersey for about 30 years. Back when you bought the work. I had 2 jobs all the time. Because when the kids got 3 months old, Miss Millie came and got them. Right off Amsterdam. 5 stories. I used to get off from work on Fridays and buy my groceries in Jersey at ShopRite and had to go up them stairs at least 4 or 5 times taking my groceries. And my sister Ruth, she stayed, she mostly stayed on the block drinking that wine. And she come up to my house and banging on the door and I have to let her in. Then she went up to Poughkeepsie to pick apples and nobody knew where she was. And I happened to go up there to see my sister one day and found out where they was picking apples. We went over there, me and John. We went over there and knocked on the door. Said, blow your damn nose and slide under. He said, that's her. She was something else, honey. Sneaky Pete, they call it.
Sneaky Pete.
That wine. We went on there. I used to go to Florida 2 or 3 times a year. So I go, and at that time, there was nowhere for you to stop. You be going, you say, well, maybe I'll stop at this filling station because it's closed and get me a couple hours sleep. Police come by and tell you have to move on. They didn't have the wayside parks or nothing for you to stop. You had to drive straight through. When I came up here with Sam and them, he took me around a couple of bars and we was drinking at the bar and everything. And honey, I've never been so sick in all my life. And that day, well, I'd take a drink now, but I was throwing up everything. I said, this ain't for me. And smoking them reefer. Brother tried to get me to smoke a reefer. He stayed down 64th Street. And he gave me a reefer. Told me to smoke a cigarette to feel good. I smoked that thing, honey. It smoked like a regular cigarette. And from that day to this one, I never smoked when he tell you you're supposed to hold it in. Black and white shoes, I loved them. Down on 25th Street at Flotion. They're too small.
You bought them anyway?
I bought them anyway. And I only wore them on special occasion because I could do the white up and make it fluffy like a suede. And then the toes up and had the little holes. I used to put them little white into the holes. I was good to go there. I know they're all from Africa.
I want to know where. I want to see how much. I want to see how much my DNA matches yours.
Yours don't match mine. You probably come from Puerto Rico.
I don't come from no Puerto Rico.
God sent me that red jacket there.
Well, I got some pants for you.
I don't wear red.
Why? You a Crip?
Mm-hmm.
You in a gang mode? Mo at AT&T getting his first iPhone. Are you excited, Mo?
No, because I don't know how to use it.
We're gonna figure it out.
It will be a long time.
Did you get to talk to Naima on FaceTime? That's good, right?
The what?
Good night.
Naima.
On FaceTime.
She gonna be here to show me how to do it.
She was trying to show you yesterday.
Strike one!
Oh! Okay, go, catch it! Come on!
Florida.
Look up.
For what?
Oh, so this is Emanuel Leo Sapp and his beautiful granddaughter, Kristen Wright. And our family is from Florida
Yeah.
and North Carolina,
Yes.
right? And his daddy was a father of 22, and he was a reverend.
Father Sapp.
Father Sapp. He traveled all around Florida.
Georgia.
And Georgia, preaching and healing people. Right? Was he a slave or were his parents slaves? He was a slave or his parents
I
were
have no idea.
The memory is a little funky sometimes. But he raised many, many children, and this is the last one living. Mo, 89 years old.
My name is Emanuel Leo Sapp.
So we got one more minute. I'll wrap it up. My grandfather left Florida because he was beaten very badly by cops and accused of something he didn't do, which is something that was very common back then. So the ties that came out of slavery were where they were still trying to put people in jail and keep them oppressed. My granddaddy did not get drafted because he had my Aunt Tree, but his brothers got drafted and they served in the Korean War
In World War II.
and World War II, and they couldn't vote when they came back home. So he was the one who didn't get drafted, and he took his life and he moved to New York City, and he performed at the Apollo with his brothers. Another
Strand and the Capitol.
and the Capitol. And now he has a big, huge family. It's almost 30 of us here at the museum today. And we are American history, legacy.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All
right.
Go out the candle.
Okay, now can we sing the regular one? No.
Give me a glass of water so I can blow my.
Hey! What you gonna do with all that money?
All right. Need a number.
I believe that.
I'm dropping my baby off today, yeah?
Okay, good morning, Mo. Good morning, Naima.
Good morning.
Who brought you to school today?
Mom.
Very good. Oh, I like your new boots. And now you're wearing overalls. You look cute. You ready to do the South African boot dance? All right. Mo, I'll pick you up later because we got Nas today. That's why we're having school down here.
All right.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That's because I always hang out with the young people. I don't want to hang out with no old people.
You have younger than your children.
I've had a few.
And all my friends are gone, boy. Al, Hayes, Nat,
I did
Albert.
what I had to do. Saw it through
John Wright is still here.
without
I
exemption.
told you that sucker every time I call him, I can't get it.
I've laughed.
That's what he said about you.
I've had my fill.
And he texts messages.
Well, I don't do no text. I don't even know how you start text. And don't want to know.
As tears subside,
Out of 22 kids, I'm the only one that finished high school. I'm the only one that's still here.
You're supposed to be here.
That's right, but you,
But at least you know.
and may
So I get to be here for you.
not in a
I'm good,
shy
man.
way.
probably gonna be here when all y'all go. You love the good news. I appreciate it.
You had a good life.
Yes, I did.
What has he got
What's the keys to a good life?
if not himself?
Just live it the best way you can.
Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my Yes, it was my way.